This is Module 2 Part 2 of Indian Tradition Culture and Society. Here we will study Buddhism. Gautam Buddha, who founded the Buddhist philosophy, was born in 563 BC at Lumbini, a village near Kapilavastu in the foothills of Nepal. His childhood name was Siddhartha. His mother, Mayadevi, died when he was hardly a few days old. He was married to Yashodhara, a beautiful princess, at the age of 16. After a year of the marriage, he had a son, whom they named Rahul. But at the age of 29, Gautam Buddha renounced family life to find a solution to the world's continuous sorrow of death, sickness, poverty, etc. He went to the forests and meditated there for 6 years. Thereafter, he went to Bodh Gaya in Bihar and meditated under a peepal tree. It was at this place that he attained enlightenment and came to be known as the Buddha. He then traveled a lot to spread his message and help people find the path of liberation or freedom. He died at the age of 80. Gautama's three main disciples known as Upali, Ananda and Mahakashyap remembered his teachings and passed them on to his followers. It is believed that soon after the Buddha's death a council was called at Rajagriha where Upali recited the Vinay Pitaka, rules of the order, and Ananda recited the Sutta Pitaka, Buddha sermons or doctrines and ethics. Sometime later the Abhidhamma Pitaka consisting of the Buddhist philosophy came into existence. The Four Noble Truths given by Mahatma Buddha. Realization of Four Noble Truths. The knowledge realized by Buddha is reflected in the following Four Noble Truths. A. There is suffering in human life. When Buddha saw human beings suffering from sickness, pain and death, he concluded that there was definitely suffering in human life. There is pain with birth. Separation from the pleasant is also painful. All the passions that remain unfulfilled are painful. Pain also comes when objects of sensuous pleasure are lost. Thus, life is all pain. B. There is cause of suffering. The second noble truth is related to the cause of suffering. It is desire that motivates the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, desire is the fundamental cause of suffering. C. There is cessation of suffering. The third noble truth tells that when passion, desire and love of life are totally destroyed, pain stops. This truth leads to the end of sorrow, which causes pain in human life. It involves destruction of ego, aham or hamkara, attachment, jealousy, doubt and sorrow. That state of mind is the state of freedom from desire, pain and any kind of attachment. It is the state of complete peace, leading to nirvana. D. Path of liberation. The fourth noble truth leads to a way that takes to liberation. Thus, initially starting with pessimism, the Buddhist philosophy leads to optimism. Although there is a constant suffering in human life, it can be ended finally. Buddha suggests that the way or the path leading to liberation is eightfold, through which one can attain nirvana. Eightfold path to Libratio and nirvana. 1. Right vision. One can attain right vision by removing ignorance. Ignorance creates a wrong idea of the relationship between the world and the self. It is on account of wrong understanding of man that he takes the non-permanent world as permanent. Thus, the right view of the world and its objects is the right vision. 2. Right resolve. It is the strong willpower to destroy thoughts and desires that harm others. It includes sacrifice, sympathy and kindness towards others. 3. Right speech. Man should control his speech by right resolve. It means to avoid false or unpleasant words by criticizing others. 4. Right conduct. It is to avoid activities which harm life. It means to be away from theft, excessive eating, the use of artificial means of beauty, jewelry, comfortable beds, gold etc. 5. Right means of livelihood. Right livelihood means to earn one's bread and butter by right means. It is never right to earn money by unfair means like fraud, bribery, theft, etc. 6. Right effort. It is also necessary to avoid bad feelings and bad impressions. It includes self-control, stopping or negation of sensuality and bad thoughts, and awakening of good thoughts. 7. Right mindfulness. It means to keep one's body, heart and mind in their real form. Bad thoughts occupy the mind when their form is forgotten. When actions take place according to the bad thoughts, one has to experience pain. 8. Right concentration. If a person pursues the above 7 rights, he will be able to concentrate properly and rightly. One can attain nirvana by right concentration, meditation. Now we will study about Jainism and their principles. Jain philosophy. Like the Charvakas, the Jains too do not believe in the Vedas, but they admit the existence of a soul. They also agree with the orthodox tradition that suffering, pain, can be stopped by controlling the mind and by seeking right knowledge and perception and by observing the right conduct. The Jaina philosophy was first propounded by the Tirthankar Guru or teacher Rishabha Deva. The names of Ajit Nath and Aristanemi are also mentioned with Rishabha Deva. There were 24 Tirthankaras who actually established the Jaina darshan. The first Tirthankar realized that the source of Jaina philosophy was Adinath. The 24th and the last Tirthankar was named Vardhaman Mahavira, who gave great impetus to Jainism. Mahavira was born in 599 BC. He left worldly life at the age of 30 and led a very hard life to gain true knowledge. After he attained truth, he was called Mahavira. He strongly believed in the importance of celibacy or brahmacharya. These images are of Lord Mahavira and Rishabdeva. Now we will study about Jain symbol and its overall meaning. Palm. It signifies assurance, to have faith and change the path of righteousness. Wheel of Dharma. These 24 spokes of wheel represent the 24 Tirthankaras. The word inside the wheel is ahimsa. Digit of moon. It represents the region of liberated souls. 3 dots. Each dots represents right perception of faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Overall meaning. After removing all of their karmas, living beings will reside in the Angula world of liberated souls. Principles of Jainism. Non-violence means ahimsa. Non-violence towards all living creatures, in both thought and action, not to cause harm to any living beings by thoughts, speech or body. Multiplicity of views. Anekantvad strengthens autonomy of thoughts and speech, and non-possessiveness. Non-possessiveness. Non-attachment. Aparigraha, a complete detachment from people, places, and material things. Truthfulness. Satya, to speak the harmless truth only. Non-stealing, not to take anything that is not properly give.